Alright guys, in this video we're going to cover how Casper is making their customers spend a lot of their money on their Shopify store. We're going to cover 4 things that they're doing in order to optimize their AOV that you can apply to your Shopify store to increase your AOV and how much you profit from your Shopify store. And the first thing that we're going to cover here is how they are bundling together complementary products so that their visitors add more to the cart and therefore increase their AOV. So when you're on the product page and when you scroll just a little bit down, you can see you have this section which says make it a bundle. And this is a very good feature because if you show your customers other products that are complementary to the product that they're looking at, more of them will add these products to the cart and therefore they will buy more from your Shopify store and you get to profit more from each sale. But to have this feature effectively placed on your Shopify store and increasing your AOV, it's not enough only to place it on your Shopify store and call it a day. You really need to optimize it for the highest conversion rate, and we're going to cover what are the things that you need to have in order to make the most out of it and therefore increase your AOV. So the first thing that the Casper is doing as well, and that is important to make it work, is that these products that you show need to be complementary with the product that they're looking at. So you want to make sure that these products are a part of the experience of exploring the main product that they're looking at, because otherwise it's just going to break their congruence in their mind. At this point, they're considering buying this one product because the ad that have brought them to the product page was probably about the mattress, and now you're showing other products that are complementary to that one, and therefore they add them to the cart. It's a very similar example, and everybody knows about that. When you're going to the McDonald's and you order the hamburger, they offer you fries and all that stuff that are complementary to the main product, and therefore they are increasing their AOV. Now, the next thing that is essential when it comes to increasing this AOV is that your bundle usually needs to have an incentive or an offer that will make it enticing for them to add these things to the cart. In this example, you can see they have the 30% off the whole bundle, and therefore it makes it really enticing for their customers to add these complementary products to the cart and therefore complete their whole bed, right? So in this example, you can see how they have this yours today for $99, and you have the old price here, which is crossed. Then below each of these products in the bundle, you can see they have their old price, which is crossed in this case, and therefore a visitor has one more reason to buy this bundle along with the main product. And one thing that they're also doing is that you can see they have this message which says yours today for $99, and this is just communicating that urgency that this offer is probably only today and that they can get it today, which makes them want to act now and not postpone their action for tomorrow or some other day. Now, the third and the last thing about the bundle that is also very important is that this bundle needs to be really easy to add to the cart, because if adding these products to the cart is hard to do, most of people will not do it because it's a complementary product, it's not the main product, and for that reason you really need to make it easy to add to the cart so that more people, when they want to add it to the cart, they just do it. So let's see how the Casper is solving this thing. So when you're on product page and let's say we want to add this bundle to the cart, we just have to click anywhere on the box. You can see that it's very clear that this one is selected. We have this dot here and we have the border, which is now solid. And when you just click on the add to cart, you will see that now all these products are added all together to the cart. We get this confirmation, and therefore you are assured that you have added this product to the cart with the discount that you are shown here. So when you have this, more people will just add it to the cart. Whenever we have optimized this part for our clients, like adding complementary products with a good incentive and just making it very easy to add to the cart, we have seen an increase in the AOV, and therefore their Facebook ads were just way more effective. And by the way, if you struggle with scaling your brand, you can check the link in the description to see how we can help you scale your e-commerce brand profitably. So this is the first thing that we have covered, and this is very important thing when it comes to the increasing the AOV. But the thing is that once you increase the AOV of your customers, once they add more products to the cart, they really need to pay it, because the more things they add to the cart, the higher the amount that they have to pay. So for that reason, the next thing that they're doing and that you can do as well in order to make your customers convert easier when they add more things to the cart is that they have this pay in installments feature. So let's cover what this actually is. So when you're on the product page, let's say we have added all these things to the cart and now we want to proceed to the next step. We know that we have added too many products to the cart. So how do we actually alleviate that pain of paying a high price to this brand? So in this example, you can see just below the price, we have this label which says that you can pay all these things in more payments, which makes it much easier for your customers rather than all at once. So after you have increased your AOV, you want to make it easy for them to pay all these things. But how do you optimize this part of the product page so that most people see this perceived cost lower and therefore proceed with placing placing the order. So the first thing that you really need to do is to make sure that you position this message that we have covered, that you position it next to the price or the CTA buttons. So in this example, you can see we have it just below the price. So therefore, when your customers see this price, they know that they can pay it in installments. And therefore, it just alleviates that pain of paying it all at once and makes it much more easier for their customers to proceed with placing the order. Then the next thing about this is that you need to have messages. So these messages throughout the whole funnel, because if you show it just once, some people might not see it or just might forget it, or they might need just that confirmation before they go to the checkout. So in this case, when you go to the cart page, you can see it just below the checkout. You have this message once again that you can pay it in more installments, and therefore they're kind of alleviating that pain of paying it all at once. So it's very important to have this message next to the prices, next to the buttons, and you want to show it throughout the whole funnel so that you confirm to your visitors' mind that they can pay it in installments, and it's just going to be way less painful than paying it all at once, right? So, but the thing is that there will be always a portion of people that are looking at your product and that they feel that they can get upgraded version or more expensive version, but you are just not showing it on your product page, and therefore they're missing out the opportunity to pay for more expensive, more luxury or more upgraded version, and therefore get your AOV up. And this is why they're doing this tactic, which is called the upselling, right? So what are the upsells, how they look on their Shopify store, and what you can do in order to maximize this part of your Shopify store. So when we're on the product page, when you scroll down, you can see they have all these features, benefits, and all that stuff, specifics. And when you scroll to this part, it says compare this matrix. And then we have the matrix that they're looking at and the upgraded version, which is called the Dream, right? So in this example, they're offering upgraded products so that these people that want the upgraded version can easily add this to the cart. So how do you actually optimize this part for the higher AOV? So first of all, you need to show why the superior version is superior, right? So we have this comparison here, and you can see they compare all the features, why the upgraded version is better. It has the zone support, whatever, it's probably bigger and all that stuff. And for that reason, they are clearly showing why the upgraded version is better than the one that they're looking at, so that these people, if they want the upgraded version, they can easily get it, right? So this is the first thing. The second thing is that you really need to make it easy to understand why it's superior. So they don't have some long text, they don't have too many paragraphs and all that stuff. They just have the icon, which is visually showing that, and then they have the text that is just supporting these visuals. So you can see how easy to understand and easy to read this is. You don't have to spend 10 minutes in order to understand why the upgraded version is the upgraded one, and therefore they're just comparing objectively these two, and so that they can catch these people that want to pay more and therefore proceed with going with the Dream option, right? And this is how you upsell your customers more expensive products, and you get that percentage of people that just want to buy these upgraded things, right? And the thing is that now that we have covered how they're adding more products to the cart, how we're making it easier for them to pay, and how we are upselling them, there's one more thing that e-commerce stores don't optimize at all, and this is the thing that is called the, just a sec, cart page cross-sell. So your customers are showing that incentive to buy from you. They have added all these things to the cart, probably the original product or the upsell, and now they're in the cart page. And with that incentive in mind to buy from you, you want to show them other products that they can add to the cart. So let's see how Casper is doing this. So we are now in the cart page. We have added all these different things to the cart. And now when you scroll a little bit down, you can see they have this you may also like, and they're again showing all the complementary products that they can add to the cart and therefore increase the AOV. So what's important when it comes to the cart page cross-sells and how you can optimize this part for the highest conversion rate. So first thing is that obviously products needs to be complementary. You want to show products that make sense to add to the product that they have added to the cart, and therefore more people will add them. So then the next thing is that it really needs to be easy to add to the cart. And this is something that Casper is really doing well. When you're on this page, you can see you have this button which says quick add, and when you just click, you can see you can select your size, you can select full, whatever, and therefore I have added things to the cart and increase the AOV. So really need to make sure that it's easy to add, right? So then the next thing is, and this is very important thing, and I see many e-commerce owners make this mistake, that you really need to distinguish what's in the cart versus what they can add to the cart. When you're optimizing your cart drawer or your cart page, you really need to make sure, especially for the mobile device, to make your customers understand what they have added to the cart versus what they can add to the cart. So many e-commerce brands just position these two categories very closely, and for that reason people are just unsure if they have added these things to the cart. They get the anxiety kick, and for that reason they don't want to go to the checkout because they fear that they have added something additionally, or that the brand has added something additional to their cart, and for that reason they just abandon the purchasing process and don't buy from you. So this is why it's very important to make sure that visually it stands out what's in the cart versus what they can add to the cart as the cross-sell. So that's it for this video. These are the things that you can learn from Casper and apply to your Shopify store and optimize your AOV and therefore profit more. Also will help you a lot with your Facebook ads returns. And if you need help with growing your e-commerce store, you can check the link in the description to see how my agency can help you with growing it profitably. So check the link down below and book a call with me so we can see what's the best fit for your current situation. And if you like this video, you can check out this playlist in which I break down all these successful stores and what you can learn from them and apply to your Shopify store in order to grow it more easily.